Hey everyone, we're going to be varnishing this one. I think let's just varnish it and then it'll be done, and I think it is going to be the basis of future paintings that I'm going to do this year. Really love it and I'm really happy with it, so I'm just going to varnish it today. And yeah, like lately I have been preparing to move out of London. I'm going to be moving with my girlfriend to Dorset, and I'm very, very happy about that. I think London has, I don't know, it's taken a toll on my creativity, I would say. I think when you're having to keep up to a certain level in terms of financial needs, you have to sacrifice a certain amount of creativity. So lately I've just been taking a step back and realising that I want to reunite a little bit more with my creative thinking. I think I need to put a bit more thought into each painting, and this painting definitely was a step in the right direction. I loved every second of painting that, and there wasn't a part in painting where I was like, no, I don't want to, I feel like it's a strain or anything. So yeah, so that's a great step in the right direction, and I think that's what I've been yearning for in the last few years of living here. You know, I was born in London, so I have lived here all my life, and I think especially in the last few years it's just been really difficult, I think. But yeah, no, it's been great, it's been hard, but I think time for change is right now, and I think I have to follow that. And yeah, we're really excited. We're just ready to pack up the house really, and then we're going to move into Dorset, and that's going to be, yeah, it's going to be fun. But yeah, like I've been working on this little, so I just I had a sheet of paper, Archer's piece of paper, and I get them big. I get them like, I don't know, like 30 by like 40 inches or something. And I just had one more sheet, and I was like, you know what, let me just cut it down. And I made a little sketchbook out of it. So this is all ready for some gouache paint, which I usually use on this paper. And I've just been like constructing a kind of rough story. So as you can see, I'll show you later in the video of me painting one of these. And yeah, I've just been like trying to think of a story and kind of illustrate a rough story in my head. And I want to let it evolve over time. So I think, you know, I'm going to be showing you how I painted this one today. And yeah, no, it's just been really fun to do something like that. And I think over the years I've stopped myself from creating things like this where I'm going to keep the original. I'm probably not going to sell this. I can make prints of it, but I've always thought I've got to sell the original, I've got to sell the print, and I don't really appreciate my art at times. So yeah, I'm going to focus on that later this year, and I'm really going to try dive into that creative part of everything, and that's the reason why I'm doing this stuff in the first place. I mean, I get so much joy out of it all, and at the end of the day, if I'm not having any joy in it, what's the point? So yeah, so I'm going to just varnish that now, and I'll show you a bit of the work in this sketchbook. Man, I love to varnish my paintings. It is so rewarding, and I am using Gamvar gloss varnish. If you haven't seen my video on how to varnish a painting, I highly recommend that if you are interested in knowing how to
finish up with your paintings the right way. I will link that in the description and on screen now. Before I varnished the painting, I did take a picture or multiple pictures and stitch them together to create a high quality scan of the painting. It is called Neighborhood Watch, and I am definitely going to continue to develop paintings like that in the future. So like I said at the start of the video, I have created a custom sketchbook using a bit of scrap paper I had in the studio. I remember back in university I had a course or a little project on how to create a sketchbook, and I have just used my knowledge there, and this isn't the best construction I have to say. I didn't follow any tutorial on how to create a sketchbook from scratch. I just kind of went from my memory, and yeah, if you have a close inspection of the book, you will find some very questionable ways in which I stitched it all together. But you know what, that doesn't matter, because the point of this sketchbook is to create without that expectation of the outside. I want to get away from that idea in my head, and I want to focus down on creating the artwork at hand. And yeah, I think so far so good. My thesis is going well, and I'm really proud of these creations that I have been doing. I'm kind of creating and exploring the world of narratives within my work. Can I create a sense of narrative through my imagery, and can I link them together? I'm just questioning those things in my art, and over the years I have been asked that I should create some sort of comic or graphic novel, and maybe this is the start of something. I don't know. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself, but I have been enjoying it, and here you will see me develop one of the most recent paintings of the sketchbook, and I'm using gouache paint. The idea of this wolf character that I've created is pretty much a replica or a mirror into the world in which I'm facing now, where I am going through a sort of transition in my creativity, where I feel certain things calling me, and in order for me to go after that, I have to let go of certain things. So I wanted to explore this through a character that I've created, so this being an Arctic wolf. He is seen in the first painting that you'll see on screen now, that he is puzzled as to what is calling him. He doesn't have a sign of what it particularly is, but he is still drawn to it and he knows it's there. And then in the second one, he realizes that he needs to follow whatever that is. And then in this one, he is seen following it, and the creative burst of energy is represented in the golden goldfish or spirit goldfish or whatever you can call them. And you see that transition, and he's kind of following it. I think this is just a little inspiring story, and also a reminder to me that I need to follow whatever it is I am called to. And yeah, let me know what you think, because this is something that I find very inspiring right now, and I think and I hope that you guys can join along with me in this process of creating, just allowing that creativity to flow. I can't wait to move out of London. It's going to be very interesting. I'm very excited. I've based a lot of my paintings in Dorset, and I am 100% inspired by the landscape. London has a certain go, go, go type of mentality you have to constantly keep up, and I think that can really stifle your creativity. So what's interesting to me is I'm going to take myself out of this environment, and I'm going to place myself into a new exciting creative one, and hopefully my art can continue to improve, and that really is the main thing. I've spoken to a lot of people over the last few months, and they're feeling the same kind of energy in London, and they're yearning for something more, something better. And I think if an environment isn't helping you, isn't serving you, I think it's time to try to change that and move on. I'm looking forward to sharing that all with you guys. And here is a little flip through of the progress so far in the sketchbook. It is coming along, and I think the hardest part was starting, but now that it's started and I'm already a couple pages in, I can continue, and hopefully we can fill this book. It's got around, I think it's around 15 illustrations I can do on just one page, and if I wanted to double that, I can. But yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.